Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the channel today, and we are back for another Walking Dead: A New Frontier episode 5 from the Gallows theory video here today. And today I'm going to be discussing a highly requested video, as I'm going to be talking about Clem and Gabe's relationship, which I've been asked by many people to do a video on this. So hopefully you guys do enjoy. Leave a like and subscribe if you enjoyed this video, and let me go through a little synopsis before we start the video. So I ran a straw poll a couple days ago, and this was a consensus vote here. We had about 80 or some votes for this topic, so a lot of people wanted to hear my take on it and what I think could happen for this relationship. Please make sure to leave your comment and what you think is going to happen, and whether you think this is going to happen, someone's going to die in this, or do you think this relationship is going to happen in the episode. I'm going to leave another straw poll link in the description down below. If you guys have not voted yet, I definitely recommend you go do that, because that would definitely help us out on our next video. And again, after this will be probably my final straw poll video, so please leave any theories you have left that you think I haven't done yet or what I should do. I will try to maybe pick a viewer one, and I'll give them a shout out maybe in the next video on a theory. If I end up picking your theory, we'll see. But let's get straight into our theory today, which is Clem and Gabe's relationship. So throughout season 3, or I should say The Walking Dead: New Frontier, we've seen Clem and Gabe, kind of start to evolve this relationship. Now, first, I think it's obvious that I've kind of noticed this relationship was possible when we've seen Gabe throughout the episodes interacting with Clementine and stuff. We can tell he's had a crush on her since probably almost when they first met, because I mean, there's only a couple examples I probably can bring off the top of my head. Obviously, in episode 2, there is the scene where Conrad's about to shoot Gabe, and he's like, "Your boyfriend," he says, "Your boy, how about I shoot your little boyfriend," instead to Clementine. Or in episode 4, when you have this exact scene right here, where right after they kill Dr. Lingard, Gabe acts out very awkwardly in front of Clem. He's like, "Hey, Clem." And she's like, "Nice," and he's like, "Nice to see you." And so they just walk away, and they're blushing here, obviously. And then we also have the scene where Clementine gets the gun from Gabe. Gabe's like, "Here, I got you a gun." She's like, "Oh no, I already got mine." It's like, okay. And then there's also the scene when we're going to get the armored truck, and Clementine's like, "Cover me, Gabe." So we've seen examples of this relationship and how possible it could be. I mean, it doesn't, in my opinion, I think it could happen, but let's talk about several things that can happen here. Now, obviously, there's a couple things we can think about when this relationship happens. 1, it doesn't. 2, it does. 3, it might happen, but it prolongs. Now, what do I mean when it prolongs? Let's talk about that first. Now, what if they don't become, let's say close or in a relationship in this episode, but they end up both surviving and they go together somewhere, whether it's a big group, or it's just them two and AJ, or it's like them, Javier, and someone else. What if there's potential for a relationship here? And I don't know if it'll happen exactly in the episode, but I think there's a chance they go somewhere off, and maybe in season 4, if there ends up being a season 4 or a Walking Dead: New Frontier 2, whoever they're going to call next season, if there is one, maybe they'll be, like, after a time skip, maybe they'll be dating or in a relationship by then. Because obviously, with Clementine, she's growing up now. I mean, if episode 4 wasn't a big enough hint for you with all the frickin', puberty talk that they had with Clem and Javier there, it's pretty obvious that Clem is no longer the little sweet angel we know anymore. She's a hardened survivor badass like Molly was, or, Jane. She's hardened up, and it's obviously because of all the actions that have happened that she's gotten to where she was today. And, she doesn't trust that many people, so would she trust Gabe? I don't know. It all depends. Now, Clem's side of this, has Clem showed any expression to Gabe? Obviously, we've seen, like I said, in this image here, the blushing and stuff. I added little blush effects there as well, but, I mean, they were already blushing before that. And you also had the "Cover Me, Gabe" and all that. I mean, I can tell and they've had the talk in episode 2, after Gabe was about to shoot Conrad, right when they got out of the city there. And then that's pretty much it. I mean, Clem hasn't really shown that much, but there's obviously concrete evidence of it. Now, I don't know if Clem actually likes Gabe 100%, like likes her like Gabe does, because Gabe, obviously we could tell Kate in the truck you know, Kate basically confirmed. I mean, if you haven't played the episodes, you would have no idea what I'm talking about. But if you played the episodes, you would have to be like completely like oblivious to the fact that if you didn't see this coming. I mean, they've basically, since episode 2, they've basically been hinting that this relationship could happen, and it's a considered thought because of all the actions Gabe's done and what he said and how much he cares, and Javier's dialogue to him and Kate's dialogue to him. I mean, it's possible, especially when they had the freaking card game. There's actually the unused audio people had, and it was kind of actually, I listened to it a little bit, and it was interesting what they said. I mean, you'll have to go listen to yourself if you want to hear it, because there's probably a couple of videos on YouTube where you can find it. But it's very interesting what they actually end up saying. Now, guys, in the comments, I want you to leave what you think this is going to happen. I don't really see it, but, you know, we've obviously seen Clementine grow up before our very eyes. This would take it to the next step, obviously, as she's approaching womanhood. Now, I have no idea if this would even be a thing, but now, let me discuss if I think it's going to happen in the episode. Like I discussed in my Death Theories video, I said if they end up both surviving, I believe this relationship is going to happen. I think, in my opinion, I think this relationship is going to happen. I don't want it to happen personally, but I think it's going to happen. I think they build it up, and I think in this episode, Gabe is going to reveal his feelings to Clementine, because Gabe obviously has feelings. He just hasn't revealed it yet, because I think he's afraid of saying it, but it's so obvious that Gabe has a crush on Clementine, and it's unreal. I mean, I don't know if you guys want it. I don't really want it, but well, I think it's going to happen. It might be through a traumatic event, which is, what is a traumatic event, Dom? It'd basically be a death like David's death or Kate's death to Gabe, or maybe Clementine losing AJ, losing someone close, and maybe having, you know, as a result, having someone, you know, pick your head up or, you know, comfort you in your time of need. And you know, that could be possible in this case with either of the characters losing someone that close, and then you have something like that happen as a result. Or if you have a sacrifice of sorts where, let's say, for example, Clementine is, you know, about to get shot or injured or hurt, and Gabe comes in and sacrifices maybe his, you know, arm or something, or gets hurt as a result. And then an action like that, even if Clem might not like him, Clem might start to realize, you know, if he's willing to do that much for me, wow, what a guy, you know, I mean, it'd be something like that. Or, for example, on the opposite side, if Gabe is injured, I mean, Gabe already likes Clem, but I mean, if Clem is willing to save Gabe from an injury like that, like save, I mean, maybe it could show, you know, that she likes him. So, I mean, through a traumatic event, through a fight, through a sacrifice, it's all possible. Now, what if the scenario where they die and the relationship is cut off? Now, what if, for example, Gabe, instead of ending up just getting hurt, he ends up dying as a result? This would be actually very interesting because, like I said again, Gabe is a character I feel I think I like him. He's a nice guy, but he makes so many dumb decisions. It's, oh my goodness. It literally makes you want to cringe. It's that bad. Like, especially in episode 4, some of the things he said, some of the decisions he made. I mean, hell, going to that guy with a gun. Like, what? The guy literally has a gun. He just gets out of the locker and starts to try and fight him. Are you kidding me, Gabe? And then they're gonna tell frickin' Tripp that I killed Conrad. Oh my goodness. I understand, but jeez, Gabe. It's rough as that, man. You gotta be kidding me. I mean, I literally cannot see the redeeming qualities. I thought they were going to be there in episode 4, but it looks like it's going to come down to the end to see if Gabe can redeem his character arc, because we obviously knew Ben, if you ended up keeping Ben alive, I feel Ben kind of redeemed himself in the end, you know. You know, despite dying, I felt, you know, that ending with Ben, it was a little heartfelt, it was a little sad, you know, even though you might not like Ben. I like Ben. He was a good character, but he just made dumb decisions. Gabe can do that if he makes good decisions, or at least shows to me that he likes me, instead of just trashing my name or saying he's only caring about David and not me and not the family. I mean, hell, there's multiple decisions where you've seen Gabe is only really concerned about is his father. I mean, Kate, maybe a little bit, but most actions in the latest episodes have reflected Gabe showing a favoritism towards David. So what are we going to get there? You know, the results could be, I don't know. We'll see. But, guys, please, if you have not left a like or subscribed yet, but if you made it all the way to the end of this video, Please leave me what you think is going to happen in this relationship between Clem and Gabe. If you actually think this is going to be a thing, if you like the idea, if you think it's going to happen, what do you think is going to happen? Is it going to happen now, season 4, somewhere in the future? Or one of the characters here going to die and it won't happen because of that? But I'm telling you, this relationship's coming, whether you want it or not. If none of them die, it sadly might become a thing. But if Gabe can redeem his character, I'll be okay with it. But that's my personal opinion. I believe the relationship will happen as long as nobody dies in this episode of these two. But we'll see. Please, if you guys have not left a like again and subscribed, I would appreciate it. And, again, theory video in the description. Make sure to go check those out, as well as in the card in the top right. And make sure, again, if you have not click that bell notification. If you want to be the first to these videos, leave a like and first comment. I usually try to answer as many comments as I can, but I tend to get the people that are first. So, definitely click that bell notification so you do not miss out on another theory video, guys. And again, leave me your theories in the comments, and I'll probably pick one and give them a viewer shout out in the next video. So, thank you everyone for watching, and I'll see you on the next video. Peace out. Love you.